non-denominational, non-partisan group of ladies who think the world could work better and they think they could have a role in that happening. So I'm going to tell you a couple things about it. First of all, you know that election day is November 7th, 2023. So be sure to make a plan. You can visit vpap.org. That's a Virginia Public Access Project, or you can visit vote411.org. And that's the League of Women Voters Nonpartisan Voters Guide. And you can view the ballot and the candidates' positions. And there's statements. Vote in person at your polling place, 6 a.m. to 7 on November 7th. However, you can register to vote by October 16th, in case you haven't. And you can vote by mail until October 27th, in case you haven't. You can request a mail-in ballot by online or by mail until October 27th. So please do that because your ballot must be postmarked by November 7th and received by noon on November 13th for your mail-in ballot to count. Be sure to sign your ballot. Witness signatures are no longer required. And of course, early voting is already going on. If you have any questions, you can go to www.elections.virginia.gov/citizen-portal and find out a lot more about this. Anyway, folks, vote. It's how democracy works. This is not a spectator sport. So we need to make sure that we get the same people out there. The same people, of course, listener, are you and me, and maybe the other guy next to you. But don't take any chances. Vote. And be sure the world is what you want it to be. And that said, I'm going to take you back to our loop, which is Democracy Now! And Sarah Louise is in the wings waiting to announce it. Are you ready, Sarah? Let me just check if she's ready. I think she's ready. Okay. Take it away, Sarah Louise.
WRWKLP 93.9 FM, licensed to Midlothian and covering Chesterfield, Henrico, and Richmond.
From New York, this is Democracy Now!
This is where people in Gaza used to flee from the northern and eastern part, seeking safety. This is Gaza City, the center of Gaza City, where people used to consider it safety. This is just to prove that there is no place safe in Gaza.
Hospitals are going to be turned into graveyards. That's the warning from the International Red Cross about the dire situation in Gaza, where Israel's massive bombardment has killed over 1,350 people, including 326 children. Much of Gaza is without electricity, and supplies of food and water are dwindling amidst Israel's devastating siege imposed after Hamas's surprise attack on Saturday that killed over 1,300 people in Israel. We'll go to Gaza for the latest.
Come and see how the Palestinians are struggling in Gaza now. We no longer have the basic needs for life here. Life has ended in Gaza. The Palestinian residents in Gaza are in UNRWA shelters, but they have no water, no electricity, no bread even.
We'll also go to Tel Aviv to speak with a leading Israeli human rights attorney. He writes, Israelis must maintain their humanity even when their blood boils. All that and more coming up. Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Gaza's humanitarian crisis is deepening as Israel continues to pummel the besieged Palestinian territory with air and artillery attacks for a sixth straight day, reducing whole neighborhoods to rubble. Gaza's Ministry of Health says Israel's attacks have killed more than 1,350 Palestinians and wounded more than 6,000. More than 320 children are among the dead. Survivors have been seen searching the rubble of their homes for lost possessions and food.
We left our homes thinking we would return in an hour. We left our belongings, money, food, and everything we owned. Now there are 50 people left homeless without food, drink, water, or electricity. I do not know how we will provide food for our children. I am searching here under the rubble for even the remains of lentils and rice, even a little for my children.
Israel's energy minister said no basic resources or humanitarian aid, including water, will be allowed into Gaza until Hamas releases hostages. His warning came after Gaza's only power station ran out of fuel, plunging the territory into darkness. The International Committee of the Red Cross warned in a statement, quote, as Gaza loses power, hospitals lose power, putting newborns in incubators and elderly patients on oxygen at risk. Kidney dialysis stops and X-ray can't be taken. Without electricity, hospitals risk turning into morgues, they said. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, reports at least 340,000 Palestinians have been displaced across the Gaza Strip. UNRWA also reports Israeli strikes have killed 9 UN staffers since Saturday, with bombs damaging 18 schools being used as makeshift shelters. UNRWA's headquarters in Gaza